Hey everyone, we got a trade. The Montreal Canadiens have acquired Denis Gurianov from the Dallas Stars in exchange for Evgenii Dadonov. We'll go over it really quickly, but right off the bat, I want to give the Habs credit. Kent Hughes, again, this is such a W trade. I'm going to go through it. I think the Dallas Stars kind of accomplished what they want here, and the Habs do retain 50% on Dadonov, his $5 million cap hit, but I'll go over it. So if you're watching, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, notification bell. I was about to say on the replay, but if you're watching streams, definitely go check them out and the podcast. But the videos, man, they're going to be rolling because it is NHL trade deadline week. I've talked about this week and how busy it's going to be. We're waiting for the Timo Meier trade. We're waiting for the Patrick Kane trade. But the Habs make a really interesting trade here. So if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan, I think you got to continue to be really happy with what Kent Hughes is doing because we'll go over their stat lines here in the press release. But these guys have similar production on the year, and Denis Gurianov's pending RFA, I believe. We'll double check on Cap Friendly, but Gurianov, Dadonov, so the Montreal Canadiens, Kent Hughes, Denis Gurianov from the Dallas Stars. The Canadiens will retain 50% of Dadonov's salary, so Dadonov only 2.5 against the cap, 2.5 million on the Dallas Stars cap hit now. And Gurianov, I think, isn't around 2 point something. So the Habs have the salary for the rest of the year, but honestly, as they look forward, Gurianov, only 25 years old, former first-round pick, 12th overall by the Stars in 2015. There's some upside here. You know what? It's just difficult to look at because Gurianov, once upon a time, 21, 22 years old, he's scoring 20 goals in 64 games. I think the Dallas Stars, you look at those stat lines here. This is a guy that they were high on, 6'3", as I said, still only 25 years old. There's a lot of potential here. And he had a really successful playoff run in when they made it to the final against Tampa Bay. And that was his successful year right off the bat, the 20 goals. And then he ends up putting up 17 points in 27 games, 9 big goals for them. So I think the Habs look at this as this is a guy that can still change his kind of, projection. Like he can still turn his career around. He can still find success. And I mean, Montreal, I think in terms of their window over the next 3-4 years, Gurianov will still be 28, 29. Dadonov, this one for me, I'm not going to completely call this an L because we'll look at his stat line too, but it's like, I don't know why the Dallas Stars didn't maybe, I don't know if hold on, but I guess they just wanted a better fit. Dadonov overseas has had playoff experience, but of course, just a limited experience with the Panthers. He is a guy that consistently can put up production. Like this year, lacking because I'll just assume it's with Montreal, but through 50 games, he only has 18 points, 4 goals, 14 assists. Maybe that production is increased if he's on like a third line with Dallas. So to me, I don't hate this deal. I don't necessarily understand it in terms of asset management because you're truly just trading for a rental here and losing Gurianov. And I feel like Gurianov's a guy that is going to be a huge bounce back candidate next year. So as I said, if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan, like you are happy right now, or at least you should be in my eyes, because I don't think in terms of like prospect assets or draft pick capital, I don't think you're going to get much for Dadonov. Sure, the 50% retained, getting it from $5 million to $2.5 million. Dadonov, 33 years old. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you could have got a mid-round pick, but I think past that, it was never going to be a big return for Dadonov. And I think the fact that Montreal's going through what they're going through, I think getting a guy like Gurianov who's young enough at 25 and a pending RFA with some control. So yeah, I knew it was around 2 point something. It's 2.9 million against the cap. They don't have any problem taking on the retaining like the 50% from Dadonov. So this is a huge W, I think, for Montreal in their own perspective. I think Dallas, it really just depends on how Dadonov fits. So that's kind of a tough way to evaluate right now because he hasn't had an amazing year as well. Obviously, Montreal's had their struggles, so that makes a difference. But Gurianov on a good Dallas team, he hasn't had the production. Only a couple goals to show for. So hopefully for Gurianov's sake in his career, he finds that playing time. He finds that confidence again with Montreal. And yeah, I think this is a Kent Hughes W. I'll leave it at that. So Montreal fans, Dallas fans, let us know in the comments who you think wins this trade. Dadonov for Gurianov, 1-for-1. Montreal retains 50% of Dadonov's remaining deal. Obviously a pending UFA in the offseason. Gurianov's a pending RFA. So let us know in the comments, and I hope to see you guys on the live stream March 3rd, NHL Trade Deadline live stream on this channel all day. I'll probably be live a few times throughout the week, whether it's for a game or just for breaking news. So Timo Meier, Patrick Kane, go down the list. There's going to be some trades that happen that I might go live for. So let me know, and yeah, Dadonov for Gurianov. More trades to come. Chat soon. Peace.